Man, you again? What do you want?
Really? Again?
Is there a problem?
Are you ever gonna learn how to shoot?
I'm just having fun. And then you gotta show up and ruin it. Nobody's getting hurt, man.
Yeah, nobody's hurt. Yet.
What's going on, guys? I hope you all are having a fantastic day. Welcome back to ADS. I'm Connor.
I'm Chandler. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is the 5 weapon safety rules. Treat every gun as if it was loaded, is always rule number 1.
Even if you know there's nothing in that chamber, don't be stupid, please. Please don't be stupid. I know a lot of stupid people. Don't be stupid. It's not fun. And that actually leads into the second rule. Always point your gun in a safe direction. Again, even if you know there's not something in that chamber, don't point it at your bro. Even if you're just messing around, don't do it.
Never point your muzzle at anything if you don't intend to shoot. I've seen a lot of bad things happen when somebody points a gun at the wrong way. And it's called negligent discharge. I've seen plenty of them happen. It's not a good thing. So don't point anything that you're not going to shoot.
Yeah, so like even if, all the rules tie together, every single one of them. It's pretty simple, guys. I mean, if you don't want something to be destroyed, don't aim at it. That brings up the 4th rule. Always keep your finger away from the trigger. Another way you can remember this is keep your booger hook away from the bang bang switch. Thanks, angry cops.
Shout out to you. Alright, for the last weapon safety rule, know your target, know what you're shooting at, and know what's beyond it. So this one pretty much applies to every single rule that we've said so far. So if you're going to shoot something, obviously you need to identify it, know exactly what it is, and know what's behind it, because you never know if there's a house, if there's a person, another type of animal, if that's what you're going for with your weapon, which is hunting. Always know what's behind it, because something bad could always happen.
Yeah, and make sure that if you're shooting a target that your bro's not behind the target, setting up another target or something.
Once again, something that applies to every single rule that we've had.
Exactly.
Make sure your bro is not behind your gun.
Don't shoot your bro. It's not cool.
Negative.
So the second thing you need to know to be able to shoot a pistol is you need to know your firearm and what kind it is. Mine is a Wilson Combat Beretta 92G Brigadier Tactical.
Mine is a Springfield Armory XD40 subcompact.
And this is just showing you guys our weapons are clear, there's not a round in the chamber, there's no mag in there, and just so you know we're not messing around with loaded guns inside the house. So the first thing you need to know where it's located is your safety. My pistol here has a decocking device instead of a standard safety. So whenever you push down on this lever here, it's an ambidextrous one. I'm going to push down on the other side. Whenever you push down, it drops the hammer. Not firing the gun, but just dropping the hammer to where it doesn't go off. This one
Has a beaver tail. Some others might call it ambidextrous, but it is on the back strap. The beaver tail, ambidextrous, you can use it with either one of your hands. The other one, people usually forget about, is this little trigger feather right here. That's your second safety. Not really much of a safety, but it's in case this is depressed, you don't mean to pull the trigger for any reason. If you're not pressing this, or you're not pressing this, one or the other, the gun's not going to go off.
The second thing you need to know where it's located is your trigger, which it's not very hard to find, guys. It's your bang bang switch. It's right there, kind of obvious. Keep your finger out of the trigger guard until you're ready to shoot. The next thing you need to know where it's located is your slide release. In most pistols, it is going to be located on your left side, right there. So that way you can operate it with your thumb, just like that. The next thing you need to know where it's located is your mag release, which Some pistols have ambidextrous ones. Mine just has it on this side. This one, they're pretty much always going to be in the same area. After that, you have your magazine. Do not make me go back to what I said in the rifle video about magazines.
It's not a clip!
Chandler, please hold me back, bro. Hold me back, bro.
I'm busy myself right now, okay?
Anyways, the next thing is your takedown lever, button, or pin. Depending on what kind of pistol you have, it's going to be something different. Mine has a little lever, push a button from the other side, and then this lever right here swings down, and then your slide slides right forward. Now on this one,
Come on. It's a little rougher than that one. Pretty much breaks your nails off every time you use it. After you get that lever and you twist it all the way vertical, you're going to send the slide home, pull the trigger. Once again, make sure your weapon is cleared for you to do that. Slide comes right off. Goes back on, same way it came off. Just simply slide it back in the grooves. Lock the bolt to the rear. Sorry, slide to the rear. Push the lever back down horizontal. Send the slide home. Rack it, test it out, make sure it's put back together properly. You're good to go.
so the last thing you need to know where it's located, big deal, if your pistol has it, is a loaded chamber indicator. My pistol does not have one, but this one is located right there on top of the slide, so that way whenever you rack around into the chamber, it'll flip up a little tab, and that will let you know, hey, this gun's loaded, don't point it at something until you're ready to shoot.
Just for safety purposes, I'm not going to load this weapon. We're inside a house, other people. Whenever you do load this weapon, load one into the chamber. This tab, get this camera on focus, this tab will pop up vertically slightly just to let you know that you do have a round in the chamber, considering this does not have necessarily what you call a manual safety. It's just the beaver tail and this little trigger feather. That's just another way to know that your weapon is loaded.
And so we'll point that out a little more detailed whenever we get out on the range, but just for now, keep that in mind. So those are all the parts that you need to know on your pistol, and this will help you be able to be a lot better shooter knowing where everything's located, so you don't look like a fool whenever you go into the range with your buddies and, you know, you're not sitting there fumbling. Alright guys, so now that you know the parts of your firearm, you know all the controls and everything, up next we're going to be worrying about getting a good stance before you shoot. So what I'm going to be teaching you guys today is the Weaver stance, exact same thing as we taught you in the rifle video. You're going to want your feet about shoulder width apart. You're going to get your strong side leg back just a little bit, and you're going to want your weak side to be where your heel is about even with your toe on the other foot. And then you're going to bend your knees just a little bit. Again, like we said, you're not shortstop and you ain't first base. You're going to be right in the middle, right about here. Another thing, keep your chest facing straight towards your target like it's a pretty girl and you're trying to talk to her, alright? Just like it. And then, once you come to right here, you're going to lean forward just a little bit and you're ready to go. Alright, so now that we have the good stance down, we know our gun, now we're going to worry about grips. Alright, so the main grip that pretty much every instructor will teach you is going to be hand over hand. So you're going to take your dominant hand, you're going to place it on top. And then you're going to overlap your fingers just like this. And whenever you go to push your gun out from your chest, you're going to come right here, and this hand is going to pull your other fingers tight. Just like that. And then once you get your thumbs wrapped around, you're going to use this thumb, put it on the bottom, use this thumb to hold that down. So I'm just going to show you guys with my pistol real quick, just show you it is unloaded, there's no mag in it, no round in the chamber. Going to take it just like this, overlapping our fingers, and then we're going to push out. Again, my non-dominant hand is pulling my dominant hand fingers a little bit tighter on the gun, making sure it doesn't come loose. Notice that my thumb right here, this webbing right here, my thumb, it's going to be all the way up against that beaver tail. That's going to keep the gun from flipping on you. And then once you get your thumbs around right here, use this thumb, pull it down tight, and you're ready to go. Alright, so now that you got a good grip on your firearm, next we're going to worry about getting a good sight picture. So, the way that you're going to do it is, once you do all the steps as we were doing them earlier, once you get out to here, you're going to want this arm right here to have a slight bend to it. You don't want it to be right here. You're not trying to throw elbows at anybody. You're not fighting anybody. You're shooting a gun. And you want this arm to have just a slight bend to it as well, so that way it can kind of absorb things a little bit better. So once you get out to here, then you're going to line up this slot right here perfectly with your front sight post. Once you get it lined up, it should be pretty much one solid bar all the way across. And you're going to want to try and work on holding it in the one spot you're wanting to aim. And now, some people will teach you to shoot both eyes open. Some people prefer to shoot one eye open. It doesn't matter right now, especially starting out. It's fine to shoot with one eye. It's not that big of a deal. But just for now, we're going to shoot with one eye open. So you'll hold right here. You want to get steady. You'll control your breathing, and that way you don't jerk the shot. Alright, so now that we have a good grip on the gun, we've got a good sight picture, we're going to worry about making the great shot. So before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and put my ears on. Adjust them. Alright, so what you're going to want to do, once you get your gun out right here, you're going to want to control your breathing, and you'll find your natural respiratory pause. At this point, you'll ease off your safety. This one doesn't have a safety, it just has that decocker. Go ahead, rack one in, and you're going to want to pull the trigger with just this very tip right here. You're not going to want to use the meat of your finger, otherwise you'll twist the gun. Alright, so you bring it right out here, nice steady breathing, and then right there. There's the second one, and the third. Alright, now we're going to take a look at where those were. Alright guys, so looking at these shots right here, you'll see I had one right here, just a little bit high, one dead in the bullseye, and then one right down here. So we were about 25 yards back, so that's about a 5 MOA circle. It's pretty good shooting. I did feel myself drop that one shot, but you know, you'll have that. Alright guys, so I've got this Springfield XD40 out here, and the reason I brought this out here is because this has the loaded chamber indicator, like I was telling you guys earlier. And I'll go on ahead and rack one in and take a couple shots with it just to show you guys. So as soon as it gets loaded, you'll see right here, it's got this little bitty tab that sticks up that you'll see. So now we'll back up and we'll take a couple shots with it. Alright guys, so I've got the Springfield XD here, loaded, ready to take a couple shots. We'll see how it goes. So in turn, once you use all these things that we've taught you, knowing your gun, getting a good stance, getting a good sight picture, getting a good grip on your firearm, and biggest thing is always making sure you have a nice, slow, and steady trigger pull. Otherwise, you're going to jerk the shot. Now, some of you may say, man, I couldn't hit anything. I hit over here, I hit wide, just horrible shots. And you're asking, man, why did I miss? Well, multiple reasons. One could be you're using this part of your finger. If you're using this part of your finger, you're typically going to shoot more right. And if you're using the very, very tip of your finger, you're probably going to shoot more left. You want to use dead in the middle of that first little joint right there. Another reason you could miss is you are jerking the shot. You could also be closing your eyes because you're scared. That happens a lot. It's not anything to be ashamed of. Everybody's done it. But yeah, I'm not going to go out and say that I'm a perfect shot or anything. Obviously, this isn't great, but still, you know, with plenty of practice, plenty of training, you can get better. You can always get better. Perfect practice makes perfect shooting. That's how it works. If you get better, it's going to be with more training. You just constantly got to be training and working on your form and everything. If you practice using terrible form, you're not going to shoot right. You're never going to get right. You're constantly going to be missing and shooting wide shots. But as long as you can follow these steps that we've showed you today, then I think you'll be pretty set and you'll be able to make exactly what you want to do. Alright guys, so the camera actually died shortly after filming that last little bit, but we're back at the house now, and we hope y'all enjoyed that little video. The whole purpose behind this little series is to help you guys maybe learn something and make you guys just a little bit safer whenever you go out to the range with your buddies. Don't want anybody getting shot, do we?
Too late.
Yeah, it happens. So if y'all have anything y'all want to see in the future, just drop it down in the comments below. And while you're down there, be sure to hit that like and that little subscribe button. It's like a little red button. It says subscribe. Hit it. And also, don't forget to hit that notification bell flick it. Flick it. If you don't flick it, don't do it. But flick it. Still hit it. But yeah, make sure you hit that notification button so that way anytime we post something, you'll be notified immediately. You can hop on and go ahead and check it out. But I guess that's all we got. Chandler, you want to say anything?
Not really. Bye, guys. See you next time.
Love y'all. See y'all next time.